Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another Quarantine Cup, number 102. I'm sitting on the top of the bracket this week, facing off against Minion Pawn, who's the 4th seed. On the other side, we have Chorus and Micah the Debater facing off. This is going to be my first video with the new user interface, so we'll get to see how it looks. One thing you'll notice right off the bat is that the cards just are fuzzier for some reason. This isn't the case on all of my monitors, but at least on the monitor I usually play on that I'm recording, it looks like this, which is unfortunate. Anyway, I should play the board. We have Alms with Baker, and then I have the 5-2, though the 4s aren't necessarily better than the 5s here. I mean, the 4s aren't necessarily better than like the 2s here for opening. I guess your choice is like Remodel versus Monastery. And then something like, I mean, either you just go straight to the Old Witch, or you try and get a little clever and go like Monastery Bandit Camp or Monastery Falconer, which could be interesting for sure. I don't know that there's really an exciting I guess the other option is to go like enhance an estate into Monastery plus a 5. Use the token for that. That's not unreasonable actually. And it could again still be a remodel. That's not crazy. It doesn't really take advantage of the alms, but the alms doesn't look... Wait. Is enhance you can't do a... Oh. I just completely forgot. All right. Okay, let's not spend the coffer then. Yeah. Let's just take a monastery. I won't spend more time puzzling it out. I'll just go with the monastery. They also take a monastery. Yeah, here is a little bit harder to me. Less clear. Kind of like the I kind of like the Bandit Camp or the Falconer angle. Though for sure you could get punished on that. Falconer is a little nicer for the purposes of maybe your opponent. But I mean, you could take a Falcon Island, it's possible they're buying Old Witch or Falconer and just activate it for you, which I guess actually just doesn't matter because we don't have any other actions yet. And we're not drawing the Falconer back, so it doesn't matter on the shuffle, but it's not gaining you anything to play it out of turn. I think we'll take a couple silvers here. You could also alms. I mean, you could take the silver not played and alms for a session if you thought that was good. Wouldn't be really much different, but it doesn't seem super good to me. This will be a bandit camp. Okay. 3. I guess one thing we could do here is get a second monastery. is not crazy. Because, I mean, like, as a move here, the idea would be you go buy Old Witch, play Falconer, gain Monastery. I mean, in this turn, it immediately makes up the stop your card you cost. It's just a little bit of an economic hit. The other option is just to like enhance the silver into whatever. You can also do that. It's probably better. You don't really need the silver. Even if we don't even if we don't do this activation here, which I'm not sure about, because it may just be better to get the bandit camp. I'm gonna try it though. I don't know. Yeah, this is gonna activate Falconer for them. I don't know how much it'll matter, but okay. So I maybe am paying the price a little bit here on the yeah, I mean the Falconer, they didn't play it just because it didn't matter. I am probably, I mean, you can imagine that this Monastery would have been a copper instead, and then, you know, could also have been the estate. So anyway, here I'm gonna get play Treasure versus non, doesn't really matter. It's either Procession or Remodel. I'm a little, I mean, it feels like Procession probably can do some, I don't know. It's like there's no chain, like there's no upward movement here with Procession. It's just like, does Procession do something nice? Maybe. It could just be silver also, since we already have enhanced stuff, but there's a chance the Remodel does some nice work for us at some point. Here is a spot where a multi-type would be quite good for me. I mean, I think it would be pretty nice to play this Falconer out of hand. I can, yeah, the Remodel is probably a turn early. Like, we need another, what am I trying to say? We need another village before it probably really makes sense for the deck. Not that stuff is necessarily all that clean anyway, so it's not huge deal, but we already have enough with gaining one card to pretty much trash everything. Or should we? Well, we gotta get a bandit camp, so. I guess one way to play it is to not trash the curses yet. We probably have enough. Oh, I gained 2 cards. Oh, right. Okay. Well, this is good. This is pretty bad, but fine. Fine-ish. Depends on how minion pawns turn it. Like, yeah, it's fine because minion pawn didn't do anything exciting. I guess minion pawn wasn't at their shuffle, so there was no world where minion pawn was doing something exciting, but, you know, I'm still glad he didn't. Anyway, I'll be fully clean and probably a good turn and a half ahead, I think, here. Depends a bit on how much trashy minion pawn gets on this big draw turn, though. It may only still just be about the half turn of first player, but it feels a little bit more than that. I just don't know about the processions, right? Like, Procession remodel is pretty good, but the rest of it isn't super, super exciting. Except as a finish, which, you know, that's good. You really do the Falconer remodel as your payload here, but how you kind of make it all work isn't totally clear to me. So this is like remodel into another Falconer. Play Falconer and gain what? Another remodel? Could be. That maybe is a little. I guess the question is like where we could just do it into a bandit camp. We could not give them a chance to activate their thingies. They're Falconers. This turn we get a second Falconer. Get another procession, which, okay. I don't know. I mean, I can believe it, I just don't actually believe it. I'll get one this turn, actually, but... it is nice on the remodels, to be fair. So the other thing here is just to like really own the bandit camps is not too bad. As far as that goes. Let's see, we get a 1. We're gonna gain a 4. Do I don't have a, maybe I still have a curse. We can get rid of it, it'll be fine. Okay, well, I mean, that was a really neat board actually. I drew pretty well. And my split's a little nice. Well, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what they had for a split, actually. Does the play order just work now if they join like this? Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess it does. All right, so we're here against Chorus. Yeah, you can Honey Lodge it up. Well, they're different things. You could just Wayfarer it up too. It's just provinces, so like pretty quick Wayfarers are always kind of scary in that context where they get partial engine, but also if it doesn't drive return, it's still probably provinces. That can be pretty powerful. Or you can work hard and have more of the Jester stuff and do more of the forging, that kind of stuff. I mean, you can play with everything all at once too if you want. That's not impossible. It just might cost you something. It's a little awkward. Like, I don't know if you can do tunnels into using them with forge. That kind of stuff seems a little far-fetched to me, though it's certainly possible. I probably am just going Silver Forger here. I don't even know if it's Forger, to be honest, but and then I think I will take the Jester, though. There's something to be said for just doing a Hunting Lodge and then getting your second Forager and just doing the spin real quick stuff, and then later figuring out what you really want to do. There's certainly something to be said for that. We're so far pretty much mirrored. This is pretty easy Hunting Lodge. I don't think there's even really much to worry about there. Now we're kind of getting to the point, because this is not like, there's not like a great buy to make. So it's not so clear to me what you're doing on this turn. Because like silver's a little underwhelming. If you want to do the tunnel stuff, then you can do it. It's not so bad just because there are, you know, you just start hitting the provinces and they're like, well, they can build. But I actually played in a game earlier against Chorus that was similar, where I grained real fast. I ended up losing, but it was quite close, and some bottom decking got me, which is what happens when you play that kind of deck. But I basically did nothing engineering. They had academy stuff going, and it was still pretty close. But anyway, I think I will keep the Necro for now. I don't really care about buying a hostelry. You can even do the third Forager. It's just probably not very good relative to like a silver. I'm not sure. That one's not something I feel at all good about. I just don't know which of the decks or how much of each of the decks I want to do. I could have just bought a Changeling, I suppose. That wouldn't have been crazy at all. There's some point where it probably makes sense to take a Wayfarer over a Hunting Lodge, but I don't know when exactly. Maybe right now. They get a second Jester, which I don't like. It doesn't feel like the play to me. I mean, in this instance, you know, that's a little different, but I think we'll just toss now. This was actually a very, very good shuffle. This was actually just like, you couldn't design this reshuffle for me. It's like crazy. Well, that was not the best one, but that would be complaining a little bit too much after it all went perfect. So this is gonna be either triple Hunting Lodge or double Hunting Lodge Wayfarer. So we might as well get the two Hunting Lodges out of the way, and then probably makes sense to get the Wayfarer. Not a good shuffle. I mean, some of these were sitting there, right? But just not finding the Hunting Lodge. That kind of would have pushed actually to just doing triple Hunting Lodge at that point in the game. Just since the upside of finding a single Hunting Lodge is quite large. I'm not really sure who's winning, because this is a very good turn for Chorus. I think if they have another good turn, they're probably ahead. But still with play. I mean, there's not decisively ahead. But this is really good turn, so maybe they have the half turn. I'm not sure. Some of the gains and stuff are not like super consequential, even if it looks like your deck's getting like 4-6 Hunting Lodge. I don't think matters a whole lot, and that's not how it's split, but just as an example, I don't think that's huge. So probably you just don't mess with tunnels, honestly. Probably you just do Wayfarers. Gaining silvers as your way of making money here with some gesturing. I think the problem, I don't know how much they can lower. We're gonna have just like a changeling pile out anytime. Nobody quite has the Wayfarers for it, but like I'm gonna be in a really awkward spot unless course just lowers too far and I just win right now, which I don't think is gonna happen. But like my games are gonna be really awkward just because of the changelings. I mean, I can score a little bit, but even that isn't necessarily gonna defend against it. I get a third jester. It's like if I hit a third, no, I don't think I'm there. I don't even think if I can design top decks. Like if I can do, I'm not sure I have the actions for it. Like if both my jesters hit Wayfarers and I get 4 changelings, yeah, well that'll work. I mean that would work. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. The order of this is a little awkward. Well, that's not so bad. So the question is, can I even afford to lower the changelings? Because that would be scary. I mean, I can do 1 maybe, and then I can like check and see what the jester hit is. See, now we're getting, I don't know if 4 is enough. I would be able to get 2 more changelings. Give me 3. We're definitely getting, I mean, obviously I'm still going to gain this, so we're definitely getting into the realm of possibility. The other question here is whether we just go ahead and do silver copper on these foragers while we have it in hand, and then we can blow up the next Hunting Lodge probably. I don't know how we play this. This could be wrong. Actually, don't even know if I can get all the stuff I was talking about. Like, period. I'm not sure we're here. I'm just kind of trying it because why not? I think I needed to... What is left? There's still the... Do I have to draw the other one to get there, or are we okay without that? Because the Wayfarers can be extremely cheap. So, okay. Does this work? It does work by 1, right? I don't know if I have enough money for it. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky to be able to do that. I think even off the Hunting Lodge shuffle, well, maybe it was guaranteed once I had the 2 Hunting Lodges, but I'm not sure. That was a really neat board though. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks everyone who came out and played. And thanks Cyrix for organizing. And I'll see you all later.